Talk about the squat. The squat's foundational to our front squat and our overhead squat. Some points of performance with the squat. We're going to want to maintain our lumbar curve. We're going to want to keep our weight in our heels. And we're going to want to make sure that we're squatting low enough or that our hips go below parallel. Some common faults that we see as coaches is, first and foremost, we're going to see a loss of lumbar curve. An easy fix for that is that when we squat down, we're going to put our arms up like this, and then as we squat, okay, that's going to help maintain that lumbar curve. Another common fault that we see as coaches is that we don't squat low enough. A really easy fix for that is we're going to take a wall ball or say a small box, we're going to set it behind us, and we're going to squat down to that. Once our butt touches that object, we're going to stand right back up. Eventually you can go ahead and move that target, that wall ball or that box, okay, after we've reinforced how low we really need to go. The third common fault that we see as coaches is weight coming forward in our squat. Weight coming forward in our squat looks something like this. As we squat down, a lot of times those knees come out and our weight goes to our toes and our heels come off the ground. There's a pretty simple fix for that. If we simply float our toes in our shoes or curl our toes up as we squat down, you'll notice now that the weight stays in my heels and I can stand back up just as I was normally squat. From our air squat, moving on to our front squat, the points of performance, the setup and execution are all going to be the same. A couple things we're going to add in though. Since we now have a barbell that's going to be in the front rack position across the torso, we're going to add in keeping our elbows high, okay, and making sure that the elbow stays racked across the torso or the shoulders here. Common fault that we see, first and foremost, is going to be as we squat down, the elbows start to droop. If they start to droop, that chest is going to come down. Pretty easy fix for that as a coach is to go up to your athlete, place your hand under their elbow, and as they squat down, just help hold that elbow up in place. From our air squat to our front squat, now into our overhead squat, our points of performance, our setup and execution for these three movements are going to be the same. We're going to add in now for the overhead squat, since that bar is going to be up overhead, we're going to add in active shoulders, okay? And we're also going to be adding in keeping that bar overhead and in the frontal plane as we squat down. As coaches, some common faults that we see are going to be lazy elbows or shoulders, and what that's going to look like is as our athlete squats down, the elbows start to bend and the shoulders might start to droop. As a coach, you can just cue your athlete to actively press up on that bar as they squat down. Another common fault we'll see is that bar, as we squat down, wants to come forward. Again, a really easy cue as a coach for your athlete is, again, tell that athlete to actively press up on that bar and maybe even pull it back slightly as they squat down. Those are the three squats for our squat session. Our air squat, front squat, and our overhead squat. Some points of performance, setups and execution, common faults, and some cues. Again, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, welcome to Star Wars Lightsaber Duels 101. May the Force be with you.